What is up, guys? Today I'll be showing you guys how to do this liquid glitch type effect. Like you see here in this photo, boom. So obviously you will need Photoshop, but if you have a drawing tablet, then definitely want to use it for this effect because it will give you the best results. This effect is super cool. It automatically gives you these really nice colors and you barely have to do anything with it. So it takes literally under like a minute to even do this effect. So hopefully you guys like it and let's just jump right into it. So this is the final image right here. We won't be doing this exactly, but I'll be trying to replicate the effects to show you the process of how to even achieve it. So you have your original image. All you have to do is make a new layer. And then today we will be using the mixer brush tool. If you haven't ever used that before, it's a super awesome tool and use it for retouching and then also cool effects like this one. So mixer brush tool is gonna be over here. It's gonna be under your brush tool, the bottom of the settings, mixer brush tool. And when you pull it up, everything should be, I think at 100%, and you can leave it there. The two things that you need to turn off would be this setting right here and this one right here. So make sure these two buttons you click off and they're dark grayed out. I like to have the airbrush filter on, and if you have crack hands like mine, then you might want to turn this on for smoothing effect. I drink a ton of coffee, so yeah, definitely bump that to 100 because that'll smooth out your strokes. I'll be also showing you another way to make precise strokes in case you do have hella crack hands. Oh, also today I'll be using a mouse, but definitely use a tablet for the best results. And then you turn on sample all layers. So you have that set up, you have your base layer, and then you have an empty layer with nothing on it. If I just make any kind of stroke, boom, it'll look like that. Yeah. So kind of the effect that we're going for. Let's Control Z 3 times to get rid of that. You might have this default brush, boom, it's gonna be soft round, right? It's gonna be like that. And you can use that brush if that's the effect that you're going for. For me, I just downloaded a really basic brush pack from Brush Easy. If you want the link for it, I'll throw the link for this one specifically. It's not anything special. So if you find better ones, definitely use those ones. But I'll throw this link in the description for you guys. Okay, so these are the ones that I downloaded. If you get the same ones, let's choose a random one. So if I choose 8, for some reason, these are super huge, so you gotta scale these down a ton. Okay, let's scale it down, and then you'll use it, boom. And then what you'll notice is the brush, it's really choppy, so there's like a bunch of like jittery parts. So in order to fix that with whichever brush you use, go here, you're gonna go to the very first setting, brush tip shape, and you're gonna reduce the spacing all the way down to 1%. Okay, so now if I Control Z, and I make that same brush stroke, whoa, look at that. Now it's like super smooth. And just to finish out the effect, so say this is our effect right here, boom. Sick. Depending on how fast your computer is, this might take a while. So you make your stroke, right? Then you're gonna go to add a hue saturation layer and you're gonna attach it to the layer below. And then from there, you just change the hue of your stroke and you have so many different options right here. Change the saturation if you want. And literally that's it. That's pretty much it. Let's stick with that one. I like to group these and then throw a mask on them if you want to, say, put the stroke behind your subject, then just mask out. Oh shit, we're on the mixer brush. Yeah, then just mask out whatever area you want to, and then it'll look like it's behind them, like that. Dope. So now an easier way to make these brush strokes is by using the pen tool to pre-plan whichever stroke you want to make. So starting over, let's do a different image. Let's play around with this image that I did for like a Halloween shoot. The process again, make a new layer. Press B to go to my brush tools, but then I'm gonna go down, select mixer brush tool. Everything's on 100. These two settings are checked off. Make sure you're sampling all layers. And I have one of my brushes selected. So now if I make a stroke, yeah. But An easier way to make strokes or to make more precise strokes is by using the pen tool first. So let's scroll down. So if I hit P for pen tool, and then say I want to make like a squiggly line around here, then I can click. You're gonna like pre-plan where the stroke is gonna go, like that. Cool. Say I wanted to make like this S thing around her. Right click, and you're gonna make stroke path, and then it'll ask you what tool you wanna use, and then you select the mixer brush tool. Simulate pressure. Let's try that. Ooh, okay. So now it makes that exact same path from the pen tool. Same thing. Hue saturation, attach it to the bottom layer, and then you can play around with these colors. Cool. Go back to brush, and let's hide it. Let's hide it behind your head real quick. Yeah, take your time with this one. Make it go, yeah, boom. Kind of doesn't make sense right there. Make it go behind her again, like that. So as you can see, you can do a lot of cool things with this effect. You can change the color to some crazy colors, and for some reason, doing it just gives you this awesome gradient already. So hopefully that helps you guys out. It gives you another tool to use in your photography editing tool set. So if that helped you out, please leave me a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. New studio. Got these lights and shit. Cool, huh?